I slept with my mother. I didn't even know it was the woman who carried me for 9 months. But we were enjoying it until I got stuck. I tried pulling out, but it didn't work. Later, I got to know that it's Megan of the Yoruba land, a magic spell used on married women for the instance they cheated. And oh my god, it was so embarrassing.
What is happening?
I don't know anything they happen. We had to scream for help, and when people rushed, they were shocked at what they saw because they knew her as a married woman. Mrs. Okoji had carried a sugar babe to her matrimonial house when her husband wasn't around. News spread everywhere. My story is long. How did I get here? How do they not know that I'm her son? How do I not know that she was my mother? Are you ready to unravel the full story? Are you ready to get your mind blown? Then let us begin, and don't go anywhere. My name is Kayode Tunde Kola Bello, and I became a gigolo, meaning a male prostitute. But it wasn't entirely my fault. What I'm about to tell you was told to me after the incident at the beginning, and my story is a wild one. My father, Mr. Fayose Kola Bello, is a top-ranking businessman in the country. He's a typical Yoruba man, took respect and greetings very seriously. I admired the man. He always had time to play with me, never busy, never distant. I was abandoned when I was 4 years old. Yes, that the twist came now. Years after, I used to wonder why I always remembered my dad's face and not my mom's. Well, I guess my mom was always in and out. The industrious woman, never a time for her kid, always working. On the contrary, my dad was too caring. I never for once hated him even after what happened. And I never knew I would betray him like this.
He is not my son. He cannot stay in this house.
Apparently, my mom had cheated already in the past. No one knew except God, my mom, and the man who was already in Europe. My mother gave him money to travel overseas to shut up. And note that this was confession from my mom's mouth after she was caught. This confession now reaching me after this incident. And how was she caught? So rumors started spreading from who knows where. Idle women were always fastest carriers of gossip. It was like a full-time job for them. And rumors began that I wasn't Fayose's son and that there was cheating. In the end, my dad took me for DNA test, and what would we have? A failed paternity test. So technically, I'm kinda a bastard. My dad is enjoying himself in Europe, my real biological dad. But I know Fayose as my dad and I always accept him as mine, even if he threw me out. Was he heartless for throwing a 4-year-old out? Maybe, but just remember that he was very heartbroken. My mom had to keep me with her cousin, and I didn't even know this man was her cousin until now. And this was where my whole life changed, and the whole trajectory of my life diverted.